This is one I picked up for free the other day, along with a YardMax, which I have got going. This one, the guy said they were just cleaning out the garage, and this one he said it just doesn't stay running. So we all know what that means. So just look it over. Oil looks good, but it's just too high. It's you can see there where the arrow starts for the full line, the air pointing down, that's where it is. So either it's got some, no, it doesn't have any gas in the fuel, it doesn't smell like it. So it's too much oil, gotta drain some of that out. And let's look at this. Looks like a new spark plug. Let's see. CJ8Y. This looks like a 2-cycle spark plug. This should have an RJ19LM. So let's well, to rectify that, let me just go grab a used one I have. Here is this is an Autolite. This should be an equivalent, so let's stick that in. This one has a fuel cutoff, but they didn't put any hose clamps next to this pep cop, or the cutoff. You should have something there, so I'll probably move this one there and then add another one here. So let's take a look at the air filter. Not bad. I'll just shake this one out and put it back. I'll clean up the box here. Let's see if this thing will bark. Got some carb spray here. Just spray that in, and then let's pull the cord and see. Oh, it's got spark. It didn't sound too good. Let's take a look at that blade. Got the blade off. Blade looks good. I wouldn't even need to sharpen this. So that shaft is probably fine. So I'm just gonna put this one back. I got the oil to the right level. I didn't show that, but it's the right level now. It was about, I don't know, maybe 8 ounces over. You know, not drastically, not enough to hydrolock it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this air box off to examine the carburetor more. I did see some gummage in the carburetor throat. Let's go see and investigate that. So it's some 5/16 bolts, so get this box off. Ouch, my thumb hurts. Half the gasket stayed here, half the gasket's there. On the auto choke kinds like this, it doesn't matter as much. It still matters, but whatever. So now we gotta take the beauty cover off so I can then get to some of these other bolts. Okay, the beauty cover is off. It's just two screws. Now I gotta take off this with a 1/4 inch. Just need to get this off, kind of set it there, and now we can get 2 3/8 inch to get off carburetor. So, it's 3/8" bolts here. And we're first going to move this clamp before we move it. I'm going to move that clamp to here, and I'll put a new clamp there, and then I'll do the same with this side, so I get a clamp right next to this fuel shutoff. Before we take off that bolt, let's go ahead and undo the fuel line here. Wiggle it just a little bit. Yeah, you remember that song? Showing my age there. Oh, and we're going to do the same with this side here. And we're going to want to put a clamp on it. So, got these other hose clamps. I'll put them on. Got the clamps on. Now let's go ahead and take this last bolt off. And that noise is, maybe the gears are getting stripped on my drill. To get this off, and this is your carburetor. Here, 1/2" bolt. We're gonna open it up. I just kind of rinsed off the outside. Now we're gonna get this, still some fuel in it. Get this bolt off. There we go. So far, it doesn't look terrible. Let's take a look inside. Get my screwdriver. There we go. You know, the bolt's got a little bit of dirt in it. Yeah. Just, if you see there. I don't know what was in there. You go get a paper towel. Wipe this out. Looks pretty clean. Let's take a look at the main jet. Main jet. Right there. See if I can get you a picture of it. It's clear. Here's our carburetor. I do see a problem though. You see how that float is pushed up? It should be like that. That's because the seat has expanded from ethanol. That means this carburetor needs a rebuild. Let me go get my rebuild kit. It just needs a new seat. I got a bunch of them. Here's the seats. I do not know if that is the part number. The that number, 429 number. Part numbers will be in the video description. But gotta put a new one of these in. To do that, we got to get the old one out. Well, to get the old one out, well, they do have a special tool. It's a Tecumseh tool, but I don't have that. So what I'm going to do is use the drywall screw method. Or you screw it into it and you pull it out. Eventually it comes out. And I got it out with this mini pick. I wanted a little bit of a turn to it. This is the old one. It's big. That's got ethanol damage on it. We're gonna put a new one in. So we gotta first clean out the hole in there. I have a flashlight right here. That looks good. So now we're gonna take our new seat and put it on. Okay, these seats have a side to them. You have to put it in a certain way. The side with this rib is the side that goes down into the carburetor. So you're gonna want to, this is just a mini pick. You can use like a bent paper clip, or if you want. There is the Tecumseh tool. Yes, I said Tecumseh. Also works on Briggs for this one. It also works on this. So yeah, it's in there now. Now I'm going to take, the seat's in there. I'm gonna take this Allen wrench and just push it in. Just want to make sure it's even. And it is. Let me show you what it looks like. There it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. So now we're gonna put this float back in. We're just gonna rinse it off with carb spray. Yeah. And same with the top. And we're just gonna put this back in. The needle that's already in there looks okay, so we don't have to touch that. So we're going to kind of use gravity as our friend, like that. Then put the pin in, if it'll cooperate. There we go. And voila. See how it's down now, or before it was up like that? It's supposed to be flat. That expansion can be attributed to the ethanol damage to expanding the seat. So now we're gonna put our carb bowl back on. Now we get to reinstall this. I did forget to clean out the air bleeds. That's this. And that one. And just to clean out inside the throat. Let's put this back on. Okay, put this carburetor back on. First, we gotta get it on the linkage up here at the top, like so. Then it kind of just sits there like that. Now, we do need to get the fuel line in. You can do that now or later. There, started it. Okay, yeah, very important to reattach the auto choke thing. It's this part right here. That's the air vane. Make sure it moves. Make sure it moves freely after you put it back in. Let's reattach this fuel line here. I mean the clamp for it. And there we go. Just got to put everything back on. I'll meet you then. This one runs now. All I've done to it, brought the oil level to the right level, replaced the plug that appeared to be a 2-cycle plug with an equivalent to an RJ19LM, which is the correct plug. I rebuilt the carburetor and cleaned it out. It wasn't terrible. And added some fuel line clamps. I probably will take the blade off to make sure it's balanced, because it makes a little noise when it starts. And it probably will smoke a little bit because it was overfilled with oil. So here's going to be your final start. There we go. I will clean this up a little bit better before I post it for sale after testing it. But should be good. I'll send this on its way next season. So here we go. That little puff of smoke will burn off as excess oil. Till next time, later.